All right, I want to talk about the double A side single. I think this was their first double A side single. Day Tripper on one side and We Can Work It on the other. So let's talk about Day Tripper first. Now, I listened to 3 different versions to prepare for this. The mono version, the version that's on the US albums, which I don't think is the actual original version. I think it's the one that George Martin changed in 1987. And then the 2023 version. Okay, so I listened to this in my earpods and in my car, because they have different sound experiences. Trying to listen to it in a moving car versus in the iPods. So, Day Tripper, it starts off with the guitar in the left speaker, and after one run through the lick, then it's in both speakers. The drums are in the left speaker, and tambourine and vocals are all in the right speaker. That's the US albums version. The 2023 version has the guitar in both speakers from the very beginning, and the vocals and drums are in the center, and the tambourine is to the right of center. And in the car, it sounds better, but in my earphones, the original version sounds better. I'm not sure that's the original version I said earlier, but the older version. Now, We Can Work It Out. It's a double A single, and when I first got it, the radios would play Day Tripper a lot, and then when they had played a while, they flipped it over and they played We Can Work It Out more. That was apparently more popular with the radio stations. I guess Day Tripper was a couple of months ahead of its time. Anyway, the older version, US albums version, has drums and guitar in the left speaker, and there's a thing, I think it's a harmonium, but it might be an organ, or might be there's both. The vocals are in the right speaker for both of them singing, and then there's this harmonium organ. It sounds more like an organ in the right speaker, but there's also another harmonium in the center, and that's the way they set it up. In the 2023 version, you can hear the guitar in the left speaker. The harmonium is definitely in the right speaker, and it doesn't sound as good as it did in the older version. And the vocals and drums are in the center. I think I like the old version better. Anyway, this was made as part of the same sessions that made the Rubber Soul album. But in those days, they had this idea that the singles, they make a bunch of songs, and the best ones would be made into singles, and the rest would go on the album. And starting with Rubber Soul, the album started to have an artistry to it, a theme. And so this idea of having the singles be separate from the album was starting to fall apart a little bit, but it hadn't yet. They still had this single separate from the album. And so check it out. For me, this is when the Beatles really started getting good.